Afternoon. How are we all doing? Afternoon, Ian, Steve, Julio, Danny, Day Trader, Peter, Kennelly, Evil Crumb, Al. Good luck to everyone. Afternoon, Gregors, Baggy, Howard, Dougal, Virginia. How we doing? So, had a bit of movement today. Stuff's moved a little bit. We've had a few ADRs hit. Well, we've had Aussie New Zealand hit. That's it. Afternoon, Harold. So yeah, bit of movement, but not masses. Yeah, we'll have a look through the ADRs. We'll have a look through the RSIs. There you go. There's the RSIs. Done. There aren't any. It's flat. There's the ADR. It's Aussie New Zealand. I'm in short. There we go. Targeting the lows. So that's it today. Nothing much else to look at. It's a bit boring. So looking to target the lows and continue down on the Aussie New Zealand. So yeah, that's about it, pretty much. It's a no news day. So it's bank holiday in Japan. We've had Orr speaking this morning, which didn't do a lot. We've got Barkin speaking at 5. We've also got Bailey speaking at 6. So there's potential for some movement a little bit later on. But apart from that, there's no other news today. We've got inflation coming out overnight for New Zealand, which you need to be aware of. So if you've got any New Zealand profit, take it off before that news. And also pound as well. Pound news is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I'll be looking at my pound pairs before that comes out, just to either lock in or take profit off. Afternoon, Christian. It's time. Gatot. Afternoon. So the news this morning, there's nothing come out this morning of any interest whatsoever. We've had a little bit of talk from German finance minister and bits and pieces, but nothing newsworthy today. So it's a really flat day, pretty much all round. Looking at the indices this morning, I got stuffed this morning by the indices. So it was one of those couldn't make it up type days today. So the DAX was a nice clean break. Yeah, so there's your pre-market on the DAX. There's my entry. Pushed up to 1R, came back down, pushed up to 2R. That's my TP. There. That's where the market decided to go to. And then it came back down and took me out for a break even. So nothing made on the DAX. Missed my TP. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing other things. So that's my fault for not taking it off. Normally I would have seen that candle and gone, nah, I'm having it. But I didn't. So I missed that, unfortunately, this morning. The FTSE this morning broke short. Got into that short. Didn't quite get down to target. Came back up. That's where the candle stopped. That's where the spread triggered me into a hedge. Then it came down, hit my target, and then it proceeded to go down to the 2R, or the next target that I'd set, wick beyond it, but not take me out. So I'm still in a hedge. So basically this morning, both indices shafted me by 1 pip. So it hedged me in by a pip. It missed my target by a pip on the DAX. It hit me target to the downside and exceeded it by a pip, but didn't shut me out because of the spread. So it missed me by a pip. Yeah, couldn't make it up today. Absolute whitewash. But anyway, I'm still in the FTSE. In fact, on the FTSE, I'm going to adjust targets now. So I'm going to move my target down on the FTSE a little bit, down towards ADR, just because I missed the double bottom bounce. So I don't think I'm going to get out of that one today. Looking at the US indices, the Globex session has been very, very quiet. We've got nothing happened on the NASDAQ. So that's your NASDAQ range today. Not much at all on the Dow, and that's the S&P, tight as anything. So absolutely no movement in Globex today. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, we'll see if we get some breaks on those. Could do with some. We've got 4 minutes to the open. So I've closed out a few positions on H1M5 today. I've got my 2 aggressives on, which are still in profit on the one in the US dollar yen has just gone ever so slightly into drawdown. That's the aggressive drawdown control position I took last Thursday. So it went into a little bit of profit. We hit the propulsion gap. It's bounced out of there. So we'll see if this reversal alert and retest holds. I'm hoping this is just a pullback before they continue the short on this. The pound yen, nice move on that, down, and we're pulling back. So reversal alert, retest. That was a symmetrical triangle break south. So that's pulling back. So hopefully that's going to do the same thing. Nothing much else to bank on the pound on H1M5, but I banked 0.76% today. So I've banked Aussie dollar CAD. So that was a nice, clean and easy one. So that was your H1 RSI extension, M5 reversal alert on Thursday, out on the propulsion gap fill this morning. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, same thing, H1, M5, out. And I've also closed out the pound odd and the pound New Zealand. Virtually the same trade, this one. So pound odd, H1, M5 reversal alert in there, double top, out at propulsion. And the pound New Zealand, same trade, but in the opposite direction. So that was a nice, easy H1, M5 exit. So easy peasy money on those. So I've banked 0.76. So just got back the loss from Friday on that aggressive drawdown control position that failed. 71 watching, 14 likes. Come on, guys, hit the thumb. Don't be a bum, hit that thumb. Afternoon, who I haven't said hello to. Chucks, Umo, Rico, Martin, Howard. They're watching you. Suggest the invisible bars. Suggest you use invisible bars, yeah. That'd be nice. Afternoon, Amy, David, AJ. So yeah, so closed out back up to 2% on that for the month, not a lot. ADRs, closed out a few bits and pieces on this one today. So closed out 1.46% here today, 8.4% up on the month. There's a couple to look at in drawdown on that, all Swiss franc related. We'll have a look at those in a sec. Market's about to open, so let's just watch the open, and then I'll come back and look at the ADR stuff. A little bit of buying pre-market. So no pre-market trades today. All the range is too small today. It's too small. There's no movement pre-market. So 36 on the S&P. Minimum range is 46, which is 10% of ADR. 29 on the Dow. Minimum is 35. 135 on the NASDAQ. Minimum is 244. So no pre-market trades taken. See if we get the 5-minute opening range breaks. Just quickly look and see what the FTSE did at the open. Pushed away. Tricky. So I'll come back to those in a sec. We'll just wait for that 5-minute initial cash balance to go in, and then we'll come back and have a look at those. So ADRs today, closed 1.46% on the ADR reversals today. There's nothing else getting ready to bank there at all at the moment. So banked a load of yen today. So Swiss yen. So that was your ADR on Thursday. We had the ADR hit. So ADR 125, reversal alert, exit at propulsion. New Zealand yen, same thing. ADR hit on Friday, out today. Euro New Zealand also closed out today. So that was the ADR hit for Friday, out. and Aussie New Zealand. Oh, and New Zealand Swiss as well. So Aussie New Zealand out on that one, and that's the one that I flipped short on this morning. So out of the long overnight at propulsion target and flipped short because we're 125 ADR and we've had a reversal alert today. So there's your reversal alert on that one. So there's the entry short. We're retesting at the moment. Looks like we're going to invalidate the high and go for a little bit further run potentially. So Aussie New Zealand, and the other one was New Zealand dollar Swiss. So again, ADR hit on Friday, entry, exit at propulsion. So yeah, nice banks on that today, up to 8% for the month. Hedging, I banked another 0.91 today, banked 1.1 on Friday. We're up to 19.76 on the month. It's only the 12th. This is on target for a 40% month. Wouldn't that be nice? So I've closed quite a few bits and pieces out. Basically with this one, I'm not going to go through every trade because there's a lot being closed out on this. As you can see, it's literally closing out almost every day because all we're doing is we're getting in and getting out and getting in and getting out, just banking basically. So I'm not going to go through every trade that's banked on it. Excuse me. But all I'm doing literally is anything that gets to somewhere between 1/4 to 0.5% goes straight down there. So I'm just banking stuff. If it gets into one trade and it's 1/4 to 0.5%, I'm banking it at some point. If it's two trades on in the same direction and we get ourselves back to about 1/4%, I'm banking it. If it gets hedged, obviously, then I deal with it individually. So I don't think there's much hedged at the moment. Got hedge on the pound CAD. So that's a buy and a sell. So sell target will be down at the lows from last week on Friday. Upside target. Look at getting out somewhere up there. That high. I think there's not much else hedged. Everything else is single direction at the moment because I keep closing out all the profit. This is the whole point of this strategy. We close out stuff that works because we get hedged. If it goes whichever way it goes, we bank one and we get out on the other. So, right. 5-minute ORBs, 20 seconds. Oh, I'm not going to get any trades on today. Look, NASDAQ, 43. Oh, yeah. No, NASDAQ will be taking a trade on. Dow, 63. Yeah. Okay, so going to take the... I'm not going to get a trade on the S&P. That's going to be too tight. So I'll be trading the Dow and the NASDAQ today on the 5-minute opening range break. Yeah, so we'll wait and see what happens with the Dow and the NASDAQ. S&P range is too tight, so that's 26. Minimum is 48. So no trades on the S&P today. Too tight. Literally not going anywhere, is it? So we'll see where we go with the NASDAQ on those 5-minute opening range breaks. Afternoon, Themba, Outro, Brian, Mumo. How do I leave my profit plus bank? Blank, just put it high. So if you don't want profit plus to show, just set your target, your daily target, to something ridiculous like $1,000 or whatever. And then there won't be any profit plus. How's the new server running? It's running. All good. This is the new server. No, it's not. That's the old VPS. This is the new server. Ta-dang! Super fast. Yeah, all up and running, all working fine. All good. Doing what it says on the tin. New server. Yeah, so I just bought myself a server for here. I'm not using VPSs anymore. I'm just using my own machine. So I bought myself just a Windows 11 box, basically, to act as my trading server. Basically, the VPSs I've been using. I've had 2 VPSs running. I've been spending like 50, 70. I don't know. I haven't worked it out, but probably about $105 a month-ish on 2 VPSs. So I've just spent £550 on my own machine, which is sitting there, and it will be left on 24/7 and just run. So I've spent $550, saved myself $500 or $600 a year on renting server space. Just use my own box, and it's 1,000 times faster because it's a dedicated machine. I can run about 100 MT4s on it. It won't bat an eyelid. Just more economical. No breaks yet. Not going anywhere. Yeah, so that's hedging, up 19.7% on the month, and yeah, just got stuff in normal positions now. So there's nothing actually worrying on that list there at all. So that's all fine. So the ADR account is up to 7.8% drawdown. So there's the Swiss franc basically is what's causing the problems at the moment. So I say problems. I mean, there's not even anything in 2%. Oh yeah, actually, US dollar Swiss in 2%. So they're all between like 1.5% to 2% drawdown. So it's CAD Swiss, Pound Swiss, and US Swiss. But I mean, my average is within an ADR, so you know, I only need an ADR day. Yeah, CAD Swiss, Pound Swiss. Again, target within ADR, and US dollar Swiss. Target a little bit further away on that US dollar Swiss. I will be taking another position on that today, I think. No, I won't, because it's too far away. 25. That's unfortunate. I'm going to take a manual on that. So I'm just going to take a manual trade on this one. Just underneath that high, that low. Yeah, so that propulsion gap, basically, when that breaks, it's going to be too far away. By the time we get a reverse alert on this, that's too close to that last position. That, however, is more than half an ADR. So I'm going to take a manual there. If it pushes up today and puts in a new high, we're going to get the reversal there anyway, or higher. So I'll take that off. But I'm just going to get a manual on that because I don't want it to get too far away. It's more than an ADR. Out the money at the moment anyway. The other one was Euro CAD. The state of it. It's, what can you do with that? It's just nothing, is it? It's just dead. Can't do anything with it. So average is within an ADR. It hasn't moved an ADR. ADR on this is 60. So that move there was 70. That move there was 70. We had a move there, 63. Literally, I just want an up day. Just any old up day will do. And I'll be out. So I'm going to leave the target up there and see if we can just get a day. We just need a day, don't we? A day where it just doesn't go sideways and we're out. Stupid. So there we go. Oh my God. What's going on with this US dollar? Yen's dying again. in my head in that yen at the moment. Right. So inside bar on the opening range on the Dow. We just poked our head out the top on the NASDAQ, but no breakout of the range yet. No volume, no follow through. Story of our lives. Inside bar on the S&P. Market at the moment is just dead. Absolutely dead. You're not concerned about the 10 bob going in the Lecky? No, won't cost anything. I mean, that is a tiny little box. Tiny little small factor PC. It won't suck anything. I've got a gaming computer running on a 42-inch monitor and two 32-inch monitors all day long. That little box is going to probably consume as much as my phone gets charged a week. So not worried about the electricity on that. You should see my electricity bill. And it's half term at the moment. So it's not just me. There's two kids permanently playing on computers all day long as well. So do you have a backup connection? No. Well, yeah, I can hotspot the server to my phone if I need to. I'm not, it doesn't, you know, if the internet goes down for half a day, it's not the end of the world, is it? Look, I mean, I'm not, if I don't look at these charts, I'm going out. So I'm not here on Wednesday or Thursday this week, by the way, just to let you know. I will put that in Telegram because I'm going off because it's half term. I'm going off doing other stuff. I won't be looking at my computer all day. I won't be doing anything. So, you know, it doesn't matter, does it, really? We don't trade on a 5-minute time frame in the fact that if we get in there and we go short and the internet goes down, my life collapses. I'll just wait until tomorrow. I'll have a look at it tomorrow. It's not going to, at the end of the day, it's not going to make a massive amount of difference, is it? Huge NAS range on the 5-minute. What, that? That's not huge. Well, it's about 18%, 17% of ADR. It's the open, isn't it? That's what it does. It does exactly what it says on the tin. What type of connection do I have? Just normal broadband, about 350 meg. Let's have a look. This is my broadband. It's revving up. There we go. I think I just about tapped 400 the other day. 390. Go on, we've got 390. Give us 390. 390. Any advance on 380? 380. 380. No, 383. God, this isn't doing anything, is it? Any chance you could put a bit of detail around your own server setup? I'm only just getting set up. Eventually want to move to my own server. Literally, it's a computer. People get really hung up on VPSs and servers. Basically, all it is it's a Windows computer. Look, yeah, it's just a normal computer. It's a Windows 11 personal computer running MT4 terminals. That's it. It's nothing special. It's just Windows, and I've got MT4 installed on it 4 times. That's it. It's that simple. It's just 4 terminals running 4 separate accounts on a computer. All a VPS is a computer on the cloud. This is a computer on my desk. It's just a computer. It's literally all it is. It's the same as this is a computer. I am running on a desktop now, running 5 MT4 terminals. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. 5 MT4s running on a computer. Except that never gets turned off. This gets turned off every night. That's the only difference. The only difference between a server or a VPS is it is on 24/7, 365. This gets shut down every night when I go to bed. That's it. Other than that, there's nothing different. Nothing clever. And the fact I've turned off Windows Update. That's the only other thing. Just make sure Windows Update's turned off. Just so that it doesn't update and your terminals get shut. Not concerned about power cuts. I'm as concerned as power cuts here as I'm about power cuts at the server room. As a power cut is a power cut. I think I might have had maybe 2, maybe 3 in my life. I'm 50 years. I've probably experienced 2 or 3 power cuts in the UK. Maybe for an hour, if that. I mean, it's just not. It doesn't happen, does it? It's not a thing. Not in the UK anyway. It's not a thing. We don't have power cuts. Well, I teach my kids to trade. I already have. He did very well. He's not interested. But I taught him how to trade one year. He did very well because he had no preconceived ideas. I said, get this thing, right? Stick it on a chart. When you get one of those, hit the sell button. When it goes down and it's got money, take the money and put it in here. And he did. 50-point range is very common on the NASDAQ. Markets hung over from the game last night. Yeah, quite possibly. It might well be. Long on the Dow. So broken long on the Dow. Got to get somewhere near yesterday's high, Friday's high, to actually make any money today, though. It's going to need, it's not going to go very fast, is it, today? Today's a whitewash. It's not, nothing's happening, is it? Before going into a holiday, do you close everything? No. Why would I do that? R. That's your name. Go and watch the Bootcamp on the website. Yeah. Go and get the position trading handbook. Follow everything in there. Yeah. Why would I shut 8.5% of loss just because I'm not going to be at my computer for a day? Why would I take an 8% loss? Why would I take a 9% loss because I'm not on my computer? This is just, this is my account balance waiting to become profitable. Why would I make a loss? Do you install multiple MT4 terminals on the same Windows account? Yes. How else would you run more than one account? Come on, people. This is IT. Very simple. It's software. You install it, you run it. If you want more than one version, you install another version, you run it. 90s name was Remote Desktop. I still use Remote Desktop. This is Remote Desktop. It's not the 90s name. This is Remote Desktop. That's how you connect to it. Long the Dow, yeah. I think that's about all I'm going to get long on today by the looks of things. We're still inside bar on the NASDAQ, look. We haven't even broken out the range yet. If you're ever worried about power cuts, get a UPS. Yeah. You can always get a UPS. But I mean, the thing, I ran, I used to work in IT. I used to install networks. I'm a Windows certified systems engineer. I know all about networks, computers, everything. But, you know, when you stick a UPS is probably 5 times the size of that computer, consumes 10 times the power of that computer, weighs 1,000 times more than that computer, and will sit next to that computer, taking up a load of space for the power cut that might come in the next decade. It's just not a thing in the UK. We don't have power cuts. And if there is a power cut, so what? Doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't bother me. I used to run a server with what they called Heart Internet in the UK, yeah. And Heart Internet had 2 huge containers, like the containers that go on ships. They had 2 containers outside their building, which were the backup power supplies. They were generators, yeah. And just in case, so it's the redundancy for the entire server room, hundreds, thousands of servers running off of these 2 uninterruptible power supply generators run by Samsung or whoever. Well, I don't know. Huge things they were, right? There was a power cut. The backup generators failed. The entire server room went down. A week and hundreds of thousands of dollars of worth of lost revenue because these uninterruptible power supplies didn't kick in. But you can plan for as many contingencies as you like, but at the end of the day, it's like a black swan. Everyone keeps going on, oh, what about black swans? I've only ever had one in my entire life. If it happens, it happens. You might get run over by a bus. Are you going to worry about that and never cross the road again? Seriously. It's in the grand scheme of things, it's just not a thing, is it? Not in the UK anyway, but I mean. Power cut on holiday, log into account from a laptop. Yeah, I mean, you can do, I've got a mobile phone, I've got a tablet. Both of those work on cellular. So I've always got a way to access. This is why this is on my desk. There's always a way to access it. But I trade hourly charts. If I have a power cut for 2 hours here, I'm going to miss 2 candlesticks. Is anything ever going to change in my life in 2 candlesticks? I'm sitting here for weeks waiting for the candlesticks to move far enough for me to bank something. 2 hours is nothing, is it? Spain uses hamsters on wheels to generate electricity and they get tired. No. If you're in a place where you have rolling power cuts and stuff, then yeah, I mean you need to have remote servers. But I don't. This is the thing. So if you have regular power cuts, then yeah, obviously having a server at home is not a good idea. And it's all backed up. It's backed up onto the cloud. So if that thing was to suddenly catch fire, so with my desk because it's made of wood, but it's all backed up. So but I mean, it's 4 MT4 installations, isn't it? So at the end of the day, it's not hard to replicate it. So. Afternoon, Yotko. So if you answered it, but didn't get the answer on how to open trades, how open trades were handled during the migration. Well, I did it at the weekend. Market was shut, so nothing's been handled. They're all just there. Nothing's changed. The trades aren't on the server, are they? They're on the broker, so nothing changed. Also, how needing to log into MQL5 to activate the EA plays out. I don't know. I don't need to, do I, Mumo? I wrote it. I don't buy it. I don't need to log into MQL5. But if you did, then you would just log in and download it. Just got to download it from the marketplace if you put a new machine together. RRR, I did watch everything a few times. I thought you might plan with 2 weeks before and not open new trades. Why would I do that? Think about it, right? Think about what you're saying. I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks' time. So should I take 2 weeks off my job 2 weeks before I go on holiday for 2 weeks, i.e. take a month off because I'm going on holiday, yeah? Should I stop working 2 weeks before just in case? That's ridiculous. Think about what you're saying. You're saying I shouldn't earn any money because I'm going on holiday. I need to still got bills to pay. Got to pay the mortgage. Got to buy food. Can't stop. This doesn't stop when I'm on holiday. On holiday, basically, I wake up in the morning on holiday. I get my coffee. I open my laptop, I look at the trades, I shut the laptop, I go off swimming, I go off paddleboarding, I go off doing whatever with the kids and stuff. I come back and in the evening, I open my laptop, have a look at my trades, shut the laptop, go out and have a few drinks at the bar, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, have a coffee, open the laptop. Literally, trading takes less than an hour a day, if that half hour. All I got to do is open up my charts and go, anything in profit? Nope. Anything in profit? Nope. Anything in profit? Euro odd. Might shut that. I'll just leave it to go to target. Done. That's it. That's as much of analysis as I need, isn't it? Everything is automated. The EA runs everything for me, so I don't need to do anything. That's why I have the EAs. They automate me, so I don't need to be there. You don't need to log out on the old server, Dougal, if you're either. I mean, if you're switching servers, if you're switching, moving all your MT4 terminals that are running automation to a new machine, then you just turn auto trading on. Yeah. So so on the old VPS, the only thing I had to do on the old VPS was turn off auto trading, basically. Oh my god, this is a no-go today, isn't it? We're just not moving. There's literally no volume. This is I think this actually is the Super Bowl hangover, isn't it? Does anybody know anybody that works in a bank in America? Give them a ring, see if they've got in, because it doesn't look like it, does it? There's nobody there. They're just not moving today. I'm going to try something new and trade from my smartwatch. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? MT4 watch. How do you turn on the PC? Can I install MT4 using a CD-ROM? I was just checking if it had a CD-ROM drive. No. I literally haven't got a DVD drive on either of my machines. What would I do if I had a DVD? Do they even exist still? I'm now looking forward to this summer's holiday, knowing I could be banking while drinking beers by the pool. Yeah. Absolutely, you can be. That's the job. Ooh, got some movement going on by the looks of things. Mainly these yens and these Swissy. Swissy's out the highs. Which account did I just put that manual trade on? Okay, I just got triggered on that entry, that manual. So on US dollar Swiss, now it's pulling up a little bit. Do you have floppy disk? Not anymore. Used to. I'm thinking of moving to a cave house and using a tablet, a stone tablet. You're a bit late because Moses had a tablet a few years ago. Yeah. Wow. It is one of those days where we're just going to be cracking cracking jokes because the market is literally dead. We are red, green, red, green, red, green, not doing anything. What should I do with this FTSE? Nothing you can do with anything today. It literally is dead, isn't it? Funds and Engineer sale. We'll get my accounts back on Wednesday. Excellent. As soon as you do, make sure you get to a level where you can withdraw the money and then run. All going pop. New EA, still running, yeah. So I've got a new functionality on this, which is cool, which is basically a pending order. So this is why this is running on. So the sell stop, look, if I go sell stop, places a sell stop order there, and I'm going to place a, how long have we got? 11 seconds. Place a buy stop. No, I won't. So you watch this pending sell stop. That got cancelled and re-added. So basically, it's this sell stop button. Basically, when you place a sell stop, if the market pushes up, it will trail the order now. So basically, if I want to get in short and I say, like, just get me in short on the next batch of sellers, it will basically just keep trailing the order until we get to wherever we hit a double top or whatever, and then they decide to pop back down again. So nice little functionality. So basically this sell stop here in 20 seconds will jump up to about there. Okay, so sell stop jumped up. And then if it continues to keep going, it will just keep trailing that order until we get some sellers start. So just testing this functionality out today, just to make sure it all works. Which is why I'm trading on the 1 minute chart, before you ask. Not trading to make money, I'm trading to test stuff actually works. After the bootcamp, I started the hedge strategy on demo account today. Cool. Trading like the Flintstones, yeah. Why are nudists bad for the stock market? Pass. Packed up all my DVDs and Blu-rays over the weekend, dropped in Lord of the Rings Blu-ray and was pleasantly surprised, I presume that says, how well it still holds up. Max, does 0.2% over half an ADR mean if the market goes 2 ADR against me since the first open position, then the next position will be 0.8%? No. Go and watch the bootcamp. There you go, that's triggered. No. 0.2% means I am risking 0.2% over half an ADR. So if I get into a sell position here and it moves half an ADR against me, the drawdown on that account, on that position, will be 0.2%. It's all explained in the bootcamp. They are associated with bear markets. Why are nudists bad for the stock market? They are associated with bear markets. That's terrible. Oh my God, look at this thing today. It's just not working, is it? Tired of the damn pound yen? Yeah, me too. I've had enough of this. It's just doing my head in, this pound. where the yen is just killing me at the minute. It's just not able to get a run at all. Just can't seem to get any bullish price action. And when it does get some bullish price action, it's just getting battered away again. But this is fairly typical of the yen, unfortunately. Going to play a video game? Yeah, I would. Oanda jumped into the prop game, have they? $6.99? Oof. That's $200. $200 more than all the other prop firms are charging. What's the targets? %, 5%, daily 5, maximum 10, 50 to 1. Same thing. But the difference being, Oanda are a regulated broker. Therefore, they are not allowed to manipulate price. If they get caught, they will get shot. So at least you know your data feed's going to be legitimate with these guys. Assuming that this is run by Oanda. I mean, the fact that they're trading off their brand name, I would imagine there's probably you have to check to make sure that they are actually using their own data feed. But yeah. Another one. How many likes have we got? Let's just check. 87. 49. All right, isn't it? Not amazing. Yeah, I mean, with the with prop, I mean, if Forex started its own prop firm, I would be much more interested than using any other prop firm, because with a regulated broker, you've got regulation. And this is the thing that the prop industry is missing. We have no regulation in prop. So everybody that is jumping on the bandwagon with prop is literally can do what the hell they like. If they know how to manipulate a server, they can manipulate data on the server and they can do what they want. With Oanda, they are allowed to manipulate price, obviously, via spread, but they're not allowed to do anything other than that. So you are probably a little safer. I don't know. But have to wait and see what happens. If they all start jumping on the bandwagon, it could be the end of brokerages as we know it. We'll see. Did you catch the Tucker Carlson versus Vladimir Putin interview? Yeah. Putin basically blaming Boris Johnson for talking him out of stopping the war. You couldn't make it up. The guy's deluded, isn't he? I also watched another interview on ITV of somebody who is an expert in psychotic behavior, analyzing Vladimir Putin and saying, yep, he has every single trait that all the big dictators in the past have had, including, you know, the Germans in World War II, etc., etc. Yeah. So, yeah, basically they're just saying everything he says is complete lies. And that's basically what dictators do. And if you don't like it, they shoot you. So, yeah. Tucker Carlson, I should imagine, is now in Putin's good books, and he'll get a lot of money for it. But what a weird interview that was. It's Boris Johnson's fault that the Ukraine war is still going on. Putin wanted to stop it. Boris talked him out of it. Unbelievable. Couldn't make it up. Oh, hang on a minute. He did. Pound Swiss pushing up. Yeah. Nothing's going anywhere today, is it? It's just rubbish. Prop firms are all moving to Dubai, are they? No tax, I guess. What I gather is once you pass, you become a signal provider for their main account. 50-1 leverage on all pairs, 85% profit split. Yeah. There's a few, I mean, Robo Forex have got a copy trader system. There's quite a few brokers that have a copy trader type system, signal type system. Darwin X have been doing it for years, obviously, with Darwin AI. Darwin IA, rather. What do I think of the recent crypto pumps? Didn't know there were any. Don't trade crypto. Putin's legs all the time fidgeting. Yeah. All the people that analyze body language and all that sort of stuff, and you know, it's obvious the guy's on. You know, there's something not right, is there? First of all, you know, the whole military, the special military operation. There's no one else in the history of the universe that's ever called the invasion of another country a special military operation. It's the invasion. It's a war. I mean, it's the fact that he makes up a new words for starting a war. It's like, you know, from this very, very start, it's not right, is it? Not right. Morning, Grateful Buster. You're late. Dougal, ex-Tory cabinet minister, just wrote a book saying he was so proud Boris stopped the peace talks, published a couple of months ago. Yes. I don't know. Well, there's something else that Trump's just come out and said something, hasn't he, over the weekend? It basically said that if a member of NATO didn't pay their bills, he would have no problem with Russia invading them because they hadn't paid their bills. And he was like, hey, you got to pay your bills. Yeah, we don't start wars over it, mate. You have to admire the US like government sort of situation. We've got a guy that's going to be like nearly dead by the time he gets to the end of his second term, and a guy that has been sacked, committed fraud, maybe or maybe not getting away with it, is in the pocket of Vladimir Putin. Those are your two options. Good luck. Crazy. Might get a break short on this. It looks fairly heavy at the moment, but we're still not even outside the range. So with the Dow, the way this market's going at the moment, if this gets hedged, I will probably just wait and lock it in, because the chances of it going anywhere today are very remote. That would be my upside target. And downside target, I would probably look at the previous day's low on Thursday as a downside target, but that is less than 2R. Look, that's 2R. We're not even going to get 2R out of this today. It's just not moving. It's dead. The market basically just hasn't bothered to turn up today. So not a lot we can do this. There's no point in sitting here watching this thing. It's not doing anything. When he requested to join NATO, they didn't let him, then took in every other country on Russia's border into NATO and stored missiles in Ukraine. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get involved. USA is still playing Germany's defense bills. Is it? Yeah. That's probably why he's going on about it, isn't he? How long can Putin rule his country? Don't know. Putin's no good, but I wouldn't say the US and NATO are angels either. No country is an angel, are they? Really? At the end of the day, there's always every country is out for themselves, which is, that's just the way we are. We're like little clans, little alliances, aren't we? But things always go wrong. So what can you do? Right, there's nothing to analyze today. So there's no RSIs. Yeah, we've only got the one ADR hit today. The only thing that's moved is Aussie New Zealand. We have got stuff on the move. The Swiss franc looks like it's having another weak session. I wouldn't say this is necessarily going to last. This could well just completely be undone by the end of today, as was the yen move, which is getting undone. So it looks today like we're kind of in a big sweeping rotational move. You can't make head nor tail of anything that's going on at the moment today because nothing's really doing a lot. We're kind of within the ranges of yesterday at the moment. CAD Swiss has just double topped off of Friday's high. So that could end up being back down here again tomorrow. This is just the story of our life at the moment. So there's nothing to analyze. There's nothing really to look at. Just a case of waiting at the minute for something to do something. Euro odd. Get ready to bank that, I think. Going to stick a trailer on that. So trailing euro odd. So if this does continue to drop today, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm banking whatever I get out of that. There's literally nothing else to bank today. So New Zealand dollar CAD on the ADR reversal. Might just leave that one on for the minute. Give it the benefit of the doubt. There's nothing else to bank there at the minute. So just waiting. We are literally just waiting. There's really no heroes in this international politics game. It's all about back scratching, isn't it? All politics has always been about back scratching. It's who you know, not what you know. With all of that stuff. The MST clan, yeah, we'll just stay in our own little group. We'll be all right. Don't let anybody else in. Otherwise, they'll figure out how it all works. Euro yen is looking like a retest on the hourly. Yeah, could well be. So, I mean, this area here is obviously the break. So that's where we've basically been bouncing off for 2 days. Basically all of Friday, they just propped that entire level up. We opened there this morning, popped straight up, and now we're retesting it. So it's this propulsion move here. So hopefully they will just add into that propulsion move and we'll get the yen continuation. All the yens are the same. So apart from the Aussie, who's obviously off on one. But we're just retesting Friday at the moment. So we've had a nice little rally down today. It looked like it was starting. Hopefully we're just going to get high, low, lower high. We'll put a new lower low in. So the market structure is bearish. As you can see, we've had reversal alerts on everything. It's just the trouble with the yen at the moment is they keep promising us something and then going quiet and then coming out and saying we're not 100% sure. So the market is, gets that little push and then it just gets scared. It just doesn't. It hasn't got the legs, hasn't got the follow through the yen at the moment. We need Ueda or Suzuki or someone to come out and just say, right, we are definitely doing these rates sometime before April, March, May. I don't care. Just tell us you're going to do it rather than hinting at it all the time, which is what's upsetting this thing at the minute. But we're stuck. Oanda Prop will be operating out of the British Virgin Islands. It's in Malta, I think. Malta. Lovely DAX rally this afternoon. They're all in the DAX, are they? Oh, yeah, look, there they are. You could literally, you couldn't make this up today. You couldn't make it up. That was the break. Got in long, made a new high, double bottomed, pushed up, double topped, slammed through it, went up to my target, missed it by a pip, pulled back down, came down, stopped me out with a break even, flew up, hit target. It's the worst possible price action you could imagine. Literally missed me by a pip, and this one get me in by a pip to a hedge, then come and hit my target, but don't get me out of my target, wick through it, but don't close the order, and then run away on the aggressive drawdown control exit that I would have had, which would have banked me $150. Literally every single move today has been exactly what I was expecting to happen, but missing me by a pip. Every single move. Just one of those days where you just go, walk away. It's just not happening. Realized H1 reversal alerts are more reliable than 5-minute alerts. Yeah, higher time frame. Robo Forex funds have landed. Excellent. VPS on live trading from tomorrow. Good job. Which reminds me, I think I might do a little game. I might set up another account to play with. I've had 2 people in the last... we were talking about compounding last week. And I've had 2 people contact me about compounding, and not so much for making money using compounding, because you're never going to do that. Compounding is exactly the same as martingale. It's far too high risk and you will blow the account at some point. But it's good for getting an account up to a level that you can trade with. So for people that haven't got enough money to trade with, compounding is a route to being able to do that. So I thought what I might do is, just as a kind of experiment, or live experiment if you like, stick $1,000 in an account and just use it to compound, but getting in with high risk. So the idea of compounding is that you are gambling. It's basically gambling. So we are going to go in with 5 or 10% risk per trade, and we are just going to try and double the account. Yeah. So it's equivalent to, I really need 10 grand in my account. I've only got 5. I can't wait 6 to 8 months or 10 months to get that 5 turned into 10, which is realistically what it would take. So I want it done this month, that type of thing. So I've got money sitting in my transfer account. I've got a transfer account in Robo Forex where I just store capital and then I push it into other accounts. So I thought I might just stick $1,000 of it in an account, and then we can. One of the reasons as well, of not just because I've been asked, but because we're having sessions like this where we are sitting here doing absolutely nothing. So what I might as well do is go, right, let's see if we can find something to gamble with today. We'll try and find something that's put in a really nice double top. We'll just get in with some pending entries or something. Just to get it, just to add a bit of excitement, because at the moment, this thing, I was talking about this drop at the beginning of February, and will we come back up and retest this area? We haven't done anything. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days into the possibility of doing what I said 10 days ago. It's just I'm just trying to find stuff to fill time with at the minute, because the market's just hideous, and it has been since December. This is a prime example. Look, what the hell can you do with this? It's just a waste of space, waste of chart time. So I thought I might do that. That just reminded me, Gav. I might get that account set up this afternoon and just stick a grand in there, and we can muck about with it tomorrow. Why not do the small account on M1 Hedge? Yeah. One of the other things I was toying with the idea of was using super high probability setups only. So using M1 as the entry time frame and using M15 as the condition. So we would use something like this. Yeah. So with M15, we would take trades at 85 on M15. You'd have to use 80. You wouldn't be able to get away with 85, would you? Have to have a look at how often 85 gets hit. 85.15. So looking at 85.15 basically. So you'd have had one entry, you can't see behind my head. You'd have one entry there. No other entries there. See, I'm not even sure you get an entry. So close. But the 80 worked there. Look, 80.20. So using 80.20 maybe on 15-minute time frame. We get in with a stop loss, but the stop loss we use is going to be something like between a quarter to a half an ADR. And just take reversals off the back of that. $19. Yeah, wouldn't have made money out of that, would you? I was just trying to think of something to do to just demonstrate compounding, but I wanted to use a strategy that is actually replicable rather than just picking trades out of thin air. But I wanted to use a really high probability setup, which is what we get on H1, H4, but M15, we don't seem to be getting them. Doesn't get there, does it? You had an entry, touch and go whether that was an entry. There was an entry there, definitely. That didn't get there. That one did. So that one did. Yeah, so I mean, I reckon 80-20 RSI. Run it on all 28 pairs with an 80-20 RSI on the 15-minute time frame and just jump in on 1 minute. 5% risk. Maybe that's what we'll do. And I can use the new EA to trade it. That'll be a good test of the new EA as well. And then we can position trade that as well. Oil, gold, Forex all gave lovely setups today. Good. Bit of excitement during the quiet times. Yeah, basically. Which is literally all the time at the moment, isn't it? I'm gambling with M1 Hedge on a 10K prop account. 2 pairs, 5% so far this month. Awesome. I like to use the 10 RSI. That's a bit fast, isn't it? Yeah, how the hell are you going to trade a 10? Oh, right, a 10 on 15 might work. 10, yeah. So that would have been a stop out. That would have worked. Didn't get enough out of that, I wouldn't think. It's not so much the trigger. You've got to be able to get the distance out of it as well. This is the trouble. That was definitely an entry. Would have triggered probably there. That would have worked nicely. That would have worked. That would have been a... Well, you're still in that. Looking like it might stop out though. Don't know. I need to do a little bit of thinking about that. But yeah, that just reminded me. I just wanted to show... And, you know, if the account blows, the account blows. It's not the end of the world, is it? But I wanted to do it with real money so that there's some skin in the game, because so that you make the right decisions, basically. But I was trying to use a strategy. What I would love to do is use H4. So using the extensions on H4, because we know that when we get extended above the 80 level on H4, it's fantastic. We've been through it many times. The strike rate of the H4 80-20 is virtually 100%, but you will only get one, maybe two trades a quarter, which if you're trying to compound an account quickly, not really very helpful, is it? But obviously the lower down the time frames you go, the less reliable it's going to become. And the less chance you've got of it working. So I'll have a look. I'll have a little play around with that and see if I can come to a consensus. I want something that's replicatable rather than ideally being just hitting buttons. So either it's got to be using an indicator for a condition, or it's got to be using support resistance levels that we can all identify really easily, like weeklies, monthlies, and just literally getting in at a weekly with a half ADR stop, looking for half an ADR. Because the beautiful thing, the thing about compounding is, and this is where another thing I think people get wrong with compounding. They treat compounding like a normal strategy. If I'm getting in here with a short with 5% or 10% risk on my account, yeah, and I'm using like half an ADR as a stop, for example, I'm not looking to get down here and double the account in a trade. I'm looking for a move. And as soon as that thing is in 1 or 2% profit, break even. Yeah. Looking for a 1-to-1. If I can get a 1-to-1 5 times, I've made 50% on my account if I'm risking 10%. Yeah. So you're looking for super high probability setups, resistance, bounces. Yeah. But with super high risk, but out super fast as well. We're not looking to get 50 to 1 Rs sort of thing. I'll have a think about it. It's going absolutely nowhere today. We haven't even got a break on the NASDAQ. Look, we're stuck. I'm going to cancel the NAS off. I'm not even going to bother trying today. And I'm taking the DOW off as well. I'm not trading it today. There's no point. So it's taking $8 loss. I can't be bothered. It's not. There's just no volume. There's no point. This is a momentum breakout strategy. Requires momentum. There isn't any. So I'm not bothering. There's no point. But see, I can't do anything with it. I've got no idea where it's going. I can't make an educated decision on that price action. So I'll leave it. It will either move. If it moves, great. If it doesn't move, I can't do anything with it. I'll go for an ADR. What's the chances of getting an ADR out of it? It's just not going to happen, is it, today? Not going to happen. 2 pairs because of the max drawdown. Is that the so you're trading M1 Hedge with 2 pairs? Yeah, I mean, if you're limiting it, this is the thing. I always say to people, you can't just trade 1 pair or 2 pairs because you won't get the setups. But if you're hedging, there is no setup, is there? I'll go long. It didn't work out. I'll go short. One of them will work out. It doesn't matter. There's no real strategy involved in hedging, is there? It's a case of the concept is you extract money out of the market with movement, regardless of system or strategy. So if you want to run a hedging strategy like Amy's doing, you can do that on any pair, any instrument. Literally just open a chart like I've done here and go short. Yeah. And then, you know, set it up so that it will get you in again at some point. So if it pushes up above there, I'll get in again. Move that average up and get out. And then you can say, right, let's see, put a buy stop in there. So if it does push up that way, I'll use that to get out up there. Then I'll get in again. Then I'll re-hedge it again. You can do that because there's no strategy at play here, is there? I just literally hit the sell button there and I've just hit the buy button there. It's going to move up and down, isn't it? So you just get out when it's gone the right way. With the new position trading EA, do you have any concerns with the moving average entry, bringing it closer than you'd like to grid trading? Nope. Max drawdown was only 1.7 on 0.01 per trade. Cool. Compounding is more of a long-term strategy. Yeah, there's different types of compounding. There's the type of compounding where you put $100,000 into an account and you don't touch it for 5 years. That's fine. That's a pension fund. Then there's a type of compounding where people go, I'm not going to touch this money and try and double the account or treble the account by using all of the profits to increase the lot size. I think that's what people tend to think of as compounding when they're buying compounding courses from guys that own blue Porsches. Yeah. And those are not long-term strategies. You will blow your account. Every time you lose 10% trades in a row, you've lost 30% of your account. When you're down 30% of your account, you will start to go tilt. That's what happens. And also, you run out of leverage margin. Super Bowl hangover is really a thing. It is a thing, isn't it? It's definitely a thing. This is the Super Bowl hangover. It's just not worth it today. Win or blow. Basically, that's it. Yeah. It's no different to going into a casino and going red or black. It's a little bit different because we've got obviously, you know, movement and many different times we can take the profit off or the loss off. But at the end of the day, you're just looking for a lucky break. Yeah. So if you pick a pair that is really, really range bound and you plan the trade out, it's not actually that hard to do, but we'll find out. We'll have a go. We'll have a muck about with it. I say muck about because it's not something I would really condone doing, but people have been asking me. It's the question I get asked all the time. How much money do I need to run the EA? How much money do you need to earn a month is always my answer. And then I always get back, but I've got $1,000. Right. Can you live off $100 a month? No, then you can't do it. Simple answer. Yeah. If you need to earn $1,000 a month, you need a $10,000 account. If you need to earn $20,000 a month, you need a $200,000 account. Yeah. You got to 10x whatever you want to earn a month, and that's what your starting balance needs to be. So people that come in and go, I've got $100 to buy the EA with, how much you got to trade with? $200. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're certainly not going to earn any money, are you? So this is kind of my combat to that. It's like, right, take that $200, Yeah. Go and stick it in an account and risk 10% of it, long or short, and put a stop half an ADR apart. Go away, come back 2 hours later, see how much money is there. If it's profit, shut it and put it in the bank. Next trade, risk 10% of that now. Hopefully now you've got $220. You had $200 a minute ago. Right, so now you're risking $22 on the next trade. Hopefully it goes up and you can bank $44. Very close to making 50% increase on your account. You've only done 2 trades, but you give the thing room to move. Big stops. Not get in on a 1 minute chart, entry there, stop loss just above the high. That's going to stop you out with 10% of your account. Very, very quite fast, isn't it? That's not the answer. No pain, no gain. Yeah, exactly. BH has 10 million in an account. Trading mean reversion. BH gave me 100K for free. What? RoboForex just gave me $30 for verifying by mobile. Result. Did they? I don't remember ever getting $30 from RoboForex for verifying my mobile phone. I'll go and have a look at that in a minute. I'm going out for lunch on Wednesday, so I could do with $30. I wouldn't say it's gambling when you have a criteria and you're position trading. Yeah, if you're position, I wouldn't position trade with compounding. You'll find it. I mean, you can do it, but you're not with the sorts of risks that we're talking about. Imagine 3 trades going against you with 10%, half an ADR. Yeah, if that goes up by half an ADR, that's in 10% of drawdown. Let's take another short with 10%. That goes up there, you're in 30% drawdown because you're now in 20% drawdown on position 1. You're in 10% drawdown on position 2. You're in 30% drawdown. If it goes against you even more, you're in 50% drawdown on your account. If you need to take 4 positions on it, you're dead. On one instrument. So I'm not talking about position trading to compound. I'm talking about normal trading with a stop. If you're using small risk, though, yeah. And the next prop firm goes crazy. All GOAT-funded accounts have to close all trades by today because of migration. GOAT-funded. Sorry, what? They called themselves GOAT-funded. They're coming out of the woodwork, aren't they? GOAT-funded. I'm almost crying with laughter inside at the name. GOAT-funded. What our clients say. Oh, why can't I click on your Trustpilot reviews? Oh, is it possibly because they're all fake? Oh. This is why they're cracking down on these firms, yeah? This is just utter rubbish. Just utter rubbish. Can't even look at it. GOAT funded. They like me more than you. Yeah, I'm going to have a word with RoboForex. Where's my $30? I probably did it years ago. I've been RoboForex for years, so I probably did it without even thinking about it and didn't even notice the $30. When you've got hundreds, or not hundreds, but tens of thousands in an account, you don't mention $30 is, I mean, like thousands of dollars of drawdown. I don't notice the 30s. So they've obviously given it to me in the past and I've never noticed, but that's a result there. $30. GOAT traders funded. Oh my God. I have a friend who's an avid slot machine player. He asked me to explain trading. She asked me to explain trading to her. So I said, think of it as a slot machine. You can see the inner workings of. Yeah, it's a good analogy. Oh, it's purple trading. They're purple trading as well, are they, with GOAT? I know what GOAT means, Dougal. I am GOAT. I am the GOAT. They're using my name in theirs. I am the GOAT. Not them. They all crash on the same day. Yeah, Purple Trading. Basically, Purple Trading are, in my opinion, a terrible broker. Market execution, spread, everything about them has always been bad whenever I've traded with them. When the prop firms started up, FTMO, when you first started trading with them, they gave you 3 options. You could trade with Purple Trading. You could trade with the other terrible broker in Australia. Can't remember the name of them. There were 2 really bad brokers. And the other option was to use the FTMO servers. So bad broker, no broker. Those were your options. FTMO, can't quote me on this. I'm not sure if it was FTMO or if it was the other guys, Top Step, when the Top Step did Forex, because it used to be Top Step FX. One of those 2 was using Purple Trading. They dropped Purple Trading after a while because they had so many complaints and they had such bad data connections that they had to drop them. So they're a little bit like this other company that's come into fruition that we keep having a laugh about, 8cap. We call them 8crap. They, 8cap, have been using, a lot of the prop firms have been using 8cap. Awful market execution. Literally, hit the button. 5 to 10 seconds later, your order will be executed. It's that bad. Yeah. So all these prop firms that are starting up, they're using all these, I won't call them bad brokers, but all these brokers that have less than favorable trading conditions that no other broker worth their salt would ever put you through. And now it's coming out that maybe the licensing issues with MetaQuotes are not in place that they should be either, which would indicate that there's been some kind of manipulation going on. My Forex funds, bye-bye. Yeah. They're all falling by the wayside. So this is possibly why we're seeing companies like Oanda coming out now and going, look, this business model works. People can make money doing this if they're not getting shafted. So come and use us. We're a regulated broker. You're using our regulated broker feed. If you want to, open a live account with us and a prop account, and you'll see you get exactly the same tick on every single one. If that's the case, this could be the future of prop. Brokers offering you funding. Darwin have been doing it for over a decade, but they don't call it a prop firm. They call it investment channels. Darwin IA. Yeah, Darwinia. Basically, you prove that you can trade with a demo account or whatever. We don't care. But if you can trade and you can return stable results, we've got a bucket load of investors with tens of millions of dollars over here that want to make money. You can have it and we'll pay you a cut. Darwin have been doing it for a long time. But this new prop model that's coming in is obviously not working. So this could be why we're seeing this coming out of the woodwork now. But, you know, it could be the next evolution. But the thing that you'll find with people like Oanda is they would not stake their reputation on this if they didn't think it was going to work. Yeah. Imagine if Oanda come out as being manipulated price like all the other prop firms have. There's too many shareholders in Oanda that would not let that happen. So they've got to be doing it legit, and they've got to be seen to be doing it legit. So this could be why we're starting to see this happening. And these guys aren't turning around and going, you can't use MT4 anymore, are they? Because 90% of their customers are on that terminal, me included. Yeah, so it's, I don't know. Something not right, is there? You know. But they're all going downhill very, 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 very fast. Goat funded. I'm going to start a prop firm with the monkey from the GIFs on Telegram. Oh. Aqua funded, also working with Purple Trading and now switching. Yeah. Purple Trade. The problem here is Purple Trading, isn't it? And you're going to probably find the next ones in the list are going to be 8cap. Yeah. These will be the next one. Where's their thing? I can't remember where it is. But basically, you can white label 8cap. So I could today go and set up a prop firm and white label it through 8cap. and 8cap will provide the entire framework for me to set a prop firm up this afternoon. Yeah. So wouldn't be surprised if these are the next ones that Meta quotes come after, because these guys are white labeling their brokerage platform and software out to prop. It's just not, you know, I don't think any software provider wants to be really associated with it, because it's all coming out as a massive scam, isn't it? I know someone who made compounding work, once doubled an account, be disciplined, bank half, start the same sum again. Yeah, eventually always blow the account up, but will have made sufficient sums. Yeah, I'm not saying compounding doesn't work. Compounding works. I've compounded accounts multiple times. It works, but it's not a sustainable income. Yeah. You will lose your balance, right? If you compound an account, take the money out. Compound an account, take the money out. Compound an account, take the money out. Blow the account. What have you lost? Your account. What do you do now? Use the money you made to put it back in and start again from scratch? That's not compounding. You've just blown your account. So all you're doing is blowing accounts. Yes, you'll make some money. Same as prop. I made a lot of money out of prop. But I blew more accounts with prop than I made. No, I didn't make. I blew more accounts than accounts that I got over the line to be profitable. Yeah. So I spend $5,000 on 10 evaluations at $5,000, $500 each. So 5,000 in total outlay, make 10,000, but I would blow 9 of the accounts and use that one to make money. But then I have to start again from scratch. That's the business model. And that, if that's what people are doing to compound, that's not a sustainable business model. Why not just stick the money in the first place and keep it there? As Brian said, do the long-term compounding where you grow the account. If you don't need to draw the money out, grow it. It's a pension fund. Do you think Purple Trading and the other bad brokers have such bad execution on real money accounts? I've no idea. I've never traded with them. I've never traded with 8cap live, and I've never traded with Purple Trading live. I can't remember the name of the other one, but there was another one that was absolutely awful. I can't remember the name of them. But they were also doing this thing where they were feeding all the prop data out. Something's going wrong, isn't there? Be interesting to find out exactly what it is, because meta quotes haven't said. Monkey 8 Ballers prop firm. We should do this. We should set up a prop firm, and it should be along these sorts of lines. Yeah, a complete piss take of prop firms. Do you know what? People would still sign up and pay because they're that stupid. Some people would still sign up with Monkey Ballers prop firm. They would. Dow's started to break. NASDAQ's now started to break. Shouldn't have. I got out a little bit early, didn't I? So I would be in profit on that now. I'd be slightly in profit on that one now. But realistically, look at where you've got to get to make money today. You've got to get all the way up to here. So we've had a breakout, but you're not even at 1R yet. And we're coming to 1.5 hours into the session. You haven't even moved 1R. So it may be a late start. We might get some weird, crazy rally starting, but not for me today. Just a write-off. Arm eyeballs. Don't know what that means, Virginia. Oh, is that stock you were talking about? I don't know. I don't trade stocks. I can't look at that because I don't do it. Right, I'm going to leave it there today. And go off and do other things while I'm waiting for the market to decide what it wants to do. Hopefully that yen continuation will happen. At the moment, we're just doing a V-shaped recovery today, so there's no movement. The yen is obviously shut because it's a Japanese bank holiday, so I may well stop out on another portion of this. There's nothing I can do. It's just not going anywhere at the minute, so we're stuck. So I've got a potential scammer, and I just need to... So I've got somebody contacted me in Telegram the other day and typed that, right? And I just put a question mark. And then they've just typed it in English. Who are you? So I've just said, who are you? You contacted me. This is what I have to deal with every day. So someone has put into Telegram, who are you? I've said, what? They've said, who are you? And I've said, who are you? This has taken 2 days, this conversation so far, and we've established that neither of us know who we are. I have many of these conversations going on in Telegram. I don't even know what language that is. Oh, it's Russian. Oh, right. Okay. Block. This is my life. It's in Telegram. Up 25% again today. ARM. Yeah. So that's the chip manufacturer, isn't it? How far up is it going to go, though? This is the thing. Is it something you want to start selling? They did the initial public offering last week, and stocks flying. IPOs are always really dangerous. I remember the Facebook IPO, or rather the Meta IPO. It came down very hard after the initial public offering because it got overvalued too fast. So everyone was scrambling to buy the stock, and they would buy it at whatever price they could get hold of. Before you know it, 3-4 days in, you're like, way overvalued. Meta's valuation is there. Their stock price is there. There's only one thing it can do. But trying to time that mean reversion is hard work. So if it's up another 25% today, no more Putin talk. They're watching. Yeah. This is what worries me. Weird. Anyway, I think I might just hit the block. And I was looking at the profile pictures as well. I'm not sure I should show this. This is the profile picture of the person that's contacted me. It's all a bit weird. Blocked. Bye-bye. Anyway, up 105% on the month. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's 105% on the month. We've got an RSI extension. Woohoo! Stuff's moved. Aussie dollar Swiss. And Euro odd. Yeah, so if it's up 105% on the month, how far is it going to go? What does it need to go? If something is like flatlined, like Bitcoin was, and then it jumps by 105%, that could be the start of a 2,500% increase because their initial public offering has gone out there, and 5 days later they sign a contract with Apple, you're off. But you need to try and find out what the valuation of that company really is to short it, don't you? And that's the hard thing. How far does it go? If you buy it, are you on it too late? Or are you on it at 105% when it's going to go up 500? That's the that's why stock trading is hard. EuroCAD's got an ADR as well. Literally, it's just tapped into ADR and bounced immediately at ADR. Look, no reversal alert on it yet, but we bounced straight off of ADR. Right, I'm going to leave it there because there's nothing much happening. So I'll be back tomorrow at same time, 7:50 for Frankfurt, 2:20 in the afternoon for New York. I'm off on Wednesday. Actually, I'm not necessarily off on Wednesday. I'm going out on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time, so I might do the morning session, but there won't be an afternoon session. I'm not here at all on Thursday this week either. I'm off doing stuff. So I will be around tomorrow, definitely. Possibly Wednesday morning. If not, then I won't be. But I will be here Friday. So I'll update in Telegram. So if you're not in Telegram, go and join the Telegram group. Otherwise, just keep an eye on the scheduled streams on YouTube, and you'll see I'm scheduling the streams basically for when I'm on. So if there isn't one scheduled for Wednesday morning, there isn't one. Simple as that. So yeah, we'll see where we go this week. But I've got other stuff I need to be doing this week because the kids are off. So we're going to go and do stuff. All right, so have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow. Anything you need, let me know in Telegram. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.